The promo art for Marvel's upcoming 2023 X-Men crossover The Sins of Sinister features the surprise return of fan-favorite character Rasputin IV, a breakout hit of the 2019 miniseries Powers of X. Introduced in Powers of X #1 by Jonathan Hickman and R.B. Silva, Rasputin IV is a chimera, a genetic experiment by Mr. Sinister combining the mutant powers and genes of multiple mutants together. As a third-generation chimera, Rasputin has the powers of 5 separate mutants. She has Quentin Quire's telepathy, On Us the Untouchables' force fields, Colossus's metal skin, Kate Pryde's phasing and Laura Kinney's healing factor. She also wields what appears to be a version of the classic Soul Sword. Rasputin exists in the 9th life of Moira McTaggart, who in Hickman and Pepe Larraz's House of X #2 was revealed to be a mutant with the power of reincarnation. However, in Powers of X #3, Rasputin is consumed by the black hole that is the head of the nihilistic alternate version of Zorn, and with Moira's complete reset of the timeline in the same issue, it might seem that Rasputin IV had little chance of returning. However, in real life, black holes theoretically have the potential to act as portals to other universes, giving an extremely plausible way in which Rasputin could return. Despite her lack of subsequent appearances since Powers of X, Rasputin became a fan-favorite character, and with a new teaser image released by Marvel, it appears that she's finally back. In the first look at the upcoming X-Men crossover, The Sins of Sinister, Rasputin IV returns, but perhaps not in the timeline that fans are familiar with. The crossover promises an entire universe cursed by Sinister, and the fan response to the teaser has shown that there's a real excitement for her return. Without knowing more about the crossover, it's hard to say if this is the exact Rasputin that fans fell in love with, but a reappearance is exciting nevertheless. Return of the Chrome Chimera. The ways in which present-day X-Men titles have paralleled Moira's 9th life raises questions about the exact specifics of Rasputin IV's return. For instance, readers have known that Sinister has been working on creating chimeras since Zeb Wells and Roge Antonio's Hellions #14. This opens up the slim possibility that this isn't even the version of Rasputin that fans latched onto back in Powers of X and could instead be her 616 equivalent. Though given that the physics of black holes already give a way in which she could return, this seems somewhat unlikely. Similarly, while Sinister hasn't had the explicit connection to the red planet he did in Moira's 9th life, the terraforming of Mars into the new Araco mirrors how Sinister created chimeras on Mars in that timeline. Rasputin IV's surprise return also parallels her historical namesake, the Russian mystic Grigory Rasputin, himself an ancestor of Pyotr and Ilyana Rasputin in Marvel Comics. The real-life Rasputin is famous for the apocryphal story of how he continually survived his own assassination, living through poison, shooting, and finally drowning. While these stories have no basis in fact, the idea of an unlikely survival against the odds mirrors Rasputin IV's own potential return, despite the entire universe she lived in being destroyed. Marvel has promised to reveal more about the X-Men's future in The Sins of Sinister at its Big Thing panel at New York Comic Con on October 8, which will hopefully give fans more clues as to when they can expect to see Rasputin IV again.